just as self-help books provide advice to enhance your physical or mental wellness, our next guest has a new book that does the same for legal wellness. In Your Lovable Lawyer's Guide to Legal Wellness, attorney Karon uses humor to ease the challenge of conveying practical legal information. Danny, welcome to Great Day, Washington. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a thrill to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So legal wellness, I mean, I can only imagine, but how do you define that? What do you mean by that?
Legal wellness means helping you get out of jams, helping you avoid jams, legally speaking, in a way that's usually elusive and inaccessible to people, but the law doesn't have to be that way. It's actually easy to understand, and it's funny and fun if that is somebody tells it to you the right way. I want to give people that power to help themselves to be legally well.
Okay, so this is feeling like a very valuable book here because anybody knows if you've had legal, even a traffic ticket or anything, it's so expensive. So to have a book that tells you how to avoid it to begin with, that's pretty amazing. Where did your interest in legal wellness come from?
You know, I took a look at the daytime kind of TV and internet landscape, and I saw a couple of things. I saw that there was a lot of emotional wellness content out there, like you described. There's a lot of financial wellness content out there, but there's nothing legally speaking to help people get out of pinches, which, you know, when your legal wellness bucket tips, it spills into the other two. You freak out and you go broke, and I didn't think that was fair, because lawyers are expensive, and access to justice shouldn't be reserved just for folks who can afford lawyers. We should all have that right. It's a right, not a privilege. That's what led to the book.
Amen to that. I love that. Thank you for saying that. You cover a lot of different topics in your book. Name a few that you cover.
Boy, what to do if you're in an auto accident. A lot of folks don't know what to do, what to say, what not to say. What about if you have a landlord who's rubbing you the wrong way? What about getting in trouble online? What not to say to keep out of a defamation case? Amber Heard would have benefited from a little dose of legal wellness. What not to say? She'd have been up about 10 million bucks. A lot of people don't know what their rights are, what the limitations of their supposed rights are, like the First Amendment and its contours. It's all in the book.
Wow. As I said again, this sounds like a very valuable book because, I mean, really to avoid all of these legal sort of nightmare situations that are so expensive and really take a toll on one's life, and you all put it in here. Something Washingtonians deal with a lot is traffic tickets. You know, how do you cover that in your book?
Yeah, I'm in Chicago, same thing. There's a chapter on traffic tickets. People think it's paying the ticket or pleading not guilty. It's not. Nolo contendere is kind of a middle ground. It has a lot of legal consequences that go along with it. It's all in the book, help you out.
Wow, all right. What is your hope that people walk away with after reading your book?
I want people to feel empowered. I want them to know that they don't have to have this victim mindset where if something happens, they just have to eat it. They have rights. They have some aptitude and guidance and information to pursue that right and go after what you think is yours. Exert your legal rights, take a stand, don't pay for your lawyer, do it yourself, and actually be legally well in a way you never were before.
Right, be legally empowered. That's really fantastic. Now, is this your first book?
It is my first book. I've got a second in the works, but this one's here for anybody who'd like to buy it, and I hope that's lots of folks.
Wow, is your second one also legally related?
It's actually a legal thriller. I've been working on it for like 10 years. It's funny what a contract will do to get a book done. This one jumped over the other one. I got to get back to the first one. Right. That is fantastic. That's amazing. And we should mention that you are also a law professor. You teach. That's right. I started teaching complex litigation and class actions, which is consumer work at Columbia Law School. When I was living in Cleveland most recently, the schlep was a bit much every week, so I needed somewhere closer. Now I'm at University of Michigan and the Ohio State University teaching folks how to be legally well and good lawyers. Wow, I'm sure your students are going to want to get their hands on this book too. Where can we find this book now? Amazon, Barnes & Noble. I've been doing book signings at Barnes & Nobles, and it's everywhere good books are sold. Right. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. It was such a pleasure. Thanks for having me. A big pleasure. Thank you. Your Lovable Lawyer's Guide to Legal Wellness is available wherever books are sold.